welcome back to our YouTube channel. We're starting up something a little bit different this time. A little bit of a different intro just because this series, I'm going to try and make it a little bit of a daily series, kind of my little therapy kind of series, because honestly, in Minecraft, trying to build a zoo is where I started, and it is where my heart has always lied. And we've been working really hard on this zoo world, on kind of the behind the scenes on our Twitch streams. But we haven't really got to the zoo part yet because I wanted to save that for YouTube. So this is gonna, give or take, be a daily series, recording a short video every day, uploading it to our YouTube alongside of our other YouTube creations. So we'll still have our Pokemon for as long as the Childhood Memory series goes. We'll still have that, and we'll still have our random raft and other game series. But I wanted to start something different. So every day, unless we're out in the world somewhere, we're going to be starting our videos here at home. And I'm really excited for this series, honestly. It makes me so happy and so excited to get started. But we're just going to get right into it. I'll give you guys a little bit of a tour of where we're at. We already have tools and everything set up, so we're ready to start building and start working on a zoo, but it's just the process of actually starting. We've got 4 pups here. We got Rocket, Fern, Lavender, and Rocky should be around here somewhere. Here they are. These two are so cute. But yeah, we've got our little garden here with a couple of our fruit and nut trees. We've got our main garden here, which is almost everything we found so far. We've got our barn over here with all of our animals. Our horses are attempting an escape route, but it's fine. And we have our house, which is tucked in the trees here a little bit. And we'll start with our greenhouse, because our greenhouse is probably my favorite part. It's just this little decorated greenhouse with the mushrooms and the bamboo. I should actually move that one piece. But then we've got our downstairs with all of our tool extras that a lot of this is from Baubles, and then our 2 fishing rods. We've got our bedroom, and one of the pups used to sleep up here, but now they don't, now that they've got their area. And then we have our basement with our cooking area and food storage, so all of the storage that comes from the garden goes in this spot. And then down here we have our miniature lab with our nether portal and all of our crafting stuff, and then our dump chest in case we are in a rush, but with all of our resources and our enchanting table and our deco craft bench. But one of my favorite parts is our actual lab. So over the course of last week, or this week technically, depending upon when this goes up, we worked on a laboratory. After we finished up our garden, I'm like, we need a place that isn't our basement to work on all of our stuff that isn't zoo related, or that is zoo related but can't be really done in the zoo. So we have this path from our house going all the way to our lab, and you get a little sneak peek of it there. We have our little duck pond with all our ducklings, which we hatched in that section of the lab right there, our oology section, which is the study of birds and the study of eggs. So kind of the goal for this series is essentially to be building up a zoo, but also learning as we go. So whenever we're working on a particular exhibit, I'm going to be trying my best to study the animal before we work on that exhibit and giving you guys little tips and, not tips, but little facts as we go. But we're starting off here with the best section, honestly, in my opinion, is our paleontology, or study of dinosaurs section. So this is where we'll be working with dino DNA and fossils and artifact fossils, artifacts, and researching them, putting them in the analyzer, and getting those kind of relic scraps with ancient texts and things like that to hopefully be working on a dino section of our zoo. I believe that is a Sarcosuchus. If I remember correctly, I believe that's a Sarcosuchus, which is a giant alligator. But then we've got our little area here where we'll be raising the dinosaurs until they obviously get too big for this area and they have to go in an exhibit. But we've already got some fossils that we've found, and we already have some, so these are technically miscellaneous fossils, so we can get random DNA from it, but I'm pretty sure if we put these fossils in, we'll be guaranteed to get something, or just nothing, guaranteed, I believe, to get a, dino, or a DNA of this dinosaur. So if we put, like here, perfect example, the Sarcosuchus vertebrae, I am pretty sure if we pop this in here really quick, and it goes pretty fast, so we'll be able to sit here for a minute, I'm pretty sure we should get Sarcosuchus DNA, which would be very exciting to see. Or we'll just get bones. We might just get bones. No, we got Sarcosuchus DNA! Well, isn't that a way to start off, huh? So we'll pop that back in there. But we also have 2 other branching off sections, and as we go on, we may find the need for more sections of the lab, and we'll make more. But this is our vet / potion / quarantine area. So in case we may get a animal from the wild that needs to be healed, like I actually have a Sumatran rhino currently in the basement that needs some healing. So we can work on making potions and stuff in here for them as well. And we also have a little bit of a rehabilitation thing, kind of for the immersive aspect of it. And as we go on, you guys may have favorite animals in the zoo that, for a kind of immersive roleplay aspect of it, may need some help. So that way they can be in the vet area as well. This is one of my favorites as well. I say that with everything, but this is kind of a little close to my heart because I did study ornithology myself. I actually still have my textbooks on my bookshelf. But this is our bird study area with Dr. Stretch, and also the cow out there is Dr. Buttercup, because for the dino DNA to cultivate it, we need milk as well as some wheat, I believe. But this is Dr. Stretch. She was the second set of eggs we hatched in the ornithology lab, and she's been laying eggs like crazy. It's kind of becoming a bit of a problem. As you can see, we already have a ton of eggs in here, but we also have our egg identifier for all of our unidentified eggs. We have a random percentage of hatching from any of the identified eggs, as well as bone meal, but we also have this egg incubator. So say we get one that's less than a 50% chance, we can throw it in the egg identifier, and we will be able, or the egg incubator, excuse me, and be able to up that percentage by warming it up a little bit. But we've got all of our ducks out there. We believe we've got Waddles, Dewey, Darkwing, Daisy. So let's see, Waddles, Darkwing, Dewey, Daisy, and we're missing one. And now I'm gonna have to go out there in the duck pond because I can't remember what it is. Oh, what is their name? I know the minute I come out here and remember it, I'm gonna be really upset with myself for forgetting. I saw another egg in here. Honeydew, there it is. So there's Honeydew, and y'all have been laying eggs too. Honeydew, Darkwing. This is probably Dewey or Daisy. Nope, that's Dewey. And Waddles. But yeah, these guys have been laying eggs as well, which we'll be able to throw back in the lab. I also need to get a gate out here, so maybe we'll work on that today. But yeah, we're kind of just, today's episode is just kind of exploring and getting familiar with the zoo. Getting you guys familiar with the zoo if you've not been out over on our Twitch, checking out the behind the scenes of making all of this. And some of this I did off screen because it's just, you don't want to watch me dig a path the entire way. But I'm going to try and bring the pups on almost every adventure we take, as long as we're not teleporting across the world. Like off screen, we'll be working on revamping this village and connecting the two. So we'll be able to do animal trades or pet food trades because we have the Doggy Talents mod, which makes it so you have to feed the pups, but they're indestructible, essentially. They can't die. They can get injured, but they can't die. And they can have different perks. Like right now, all of mine have the Happy Eater perk, so it makes it a little bit easier to feed them. So they are all currently numbing on some zombie jerky, which I should have some more in my pack, so I'll be able to bring one of them along. But I think we're going to bring, wherever he just went, Rocky on our first adventure. For those of y'all, I believe it was either Zoospiration or the last installment of ZooVentures. Rocky has been with us through everything, so we're going to bring Rocky along today. I think what we're going to start with is kind of giving you guys an idea of where we're going to be starting the zoo after we sleep, because it's already night. And down in the description you'll find, depending upon the music we put in each video, the music for the video, you'll be able to find the mod pack that I'm currently using, which is a custom mod pack, which is kind of a twist of VintageBeef's Let's Build a Zoo series, as well as Seri Pixel Biologist's Zoo Crafting series, which has always been my biggest inspiration throughout all of this. If y'all were around back on my first YouTube channel, of which will not be named for sake of my dignity, we started a zoo, I think it was Zoospiration Valley, I think was the first one, and then it turned into ZooVentures, because y'all are the adventurers. Y'all are with me on my big adventure through life. You'll find the mod pack for that, the music, as well as links to all of our Discord and all that stuff so you can join us. The Discord is not just for my Twitch, it's for you guys here on YouTube as well. So you guys are welcome there. You get announcements for everything that we're doing, some behind the scenes stuff. I do hope to be doing some vlogs here in the future of whether it just be little crafts I'm working on or if I go on an adventure. It's just hopefully going to be for all of that fun stuff. Now, where did Rocky go? There you are, buddy. You don't quite need food yet. I can hear my nether portal from outside. That might need to be worked on. But, so we have our home base here. Where is it? Oop, nope, that's not what I want. Here's our home base. The zoo is going to be starting here and sprawling out towards all of this. So we'll have our, Arctic zone, you could say. So penguins and stuff, and polar bears, and all of the technically colder forest biomed animals you'll find there. As well as our temperate forest animals, so like wolves and grizzly bears, foxes, all those stuff that you typically see in the forest. Well, if you typically see grizzly bears in the forest, 1, I'd probably be concerned. 2, you probably live in Alaska. And 3, run. Well, don't run, actually. It's a bad idea. Don't run. Be very, very careful. And then we'll also have our outback, our Australian outback area, so any kind of desert animal. That crow is so loud. Any kind of deserty animal or animal we would find in the Australian outback, like kangaroos or koalas, we'll have in this area, as well as our swampy areas, so our crocodiles and things like that. And we should have a jungle. I believe this is the jungle. So in between the Australian outback and the temperate area, there should be this jungle. I believe this is jungle. Otherwise, I think we have jungles in a different section. And we'll have little waypoints for all around. I think this over here might be jungle, or over here. But this will also be our wetlands area. So our crocs, capybara, anything like that will be in the wetlands. But also mixed in with some of the temperate forest and jungle zones. But I believe we're going to have the entrance to the zoo. I think I wanted to do it right over here, if I'm looking at the map correctly, because it was a very flat area. So we want to have like a little traditional entrance to the zoo. Just kind of getting an idea. I really, really wish I could put this on a server so y'all could come visit the zoo at one point, but as of this moment, I am not able to do that. In the future, I hope to have a zoo-based server and a vanillas Minecraft server, just to have fun with y'all on. But I think we're going to start the zoo entrance. Rocky, you disappeared into thin air for a second there, buddy. Here, I'll give you some food. Yeah, such a good pup. But I think we're going to start the zoo entrance, and then we're going to sprawl out. We're also going to be adding some more mods as we go. I plan on adding Mo Creatures. I know it's an old mod with some old models, but I do love some of their models and the fact that they have a lot of different reptiles, so we'll be able to have a big reptile house. That is one thing I forgot to mention. This desert, as we progress in a couple of episodes, you may see this changing slowly. I'm going to be using a mod I hopefully called Biome Wand that can change the biomes for different areas, and this will be where our reptile house is, because in ZooVentures, our previous installment, which I believe you can still see some of the episodes up, we were working on a reptile house, and I forgot how much I missed. Okay, this is a mystery that we need to solve. My birds keep getting out, and I'm not, like, there's one of my chickens, and there was a cow that's one of my cows. I don't understand this. How are y'all getting out? There's no gaps in the fence. I don't think you can jump any. Oh, that's also our Beyblade giraffe, as they like to call it on stream. He spins constantly. There's unless they're hopping on that. Rocky, come here. I need you to sit for a second, bud. Yeah, because you guys have some kind of. Oh, are you about to show me how you get out? That would be great if you could just show me how you get out. No, you're just gonna eat food. I know they can't get out from here. We're currently raising pheasants for the sake of foxes, because that's the only thing foxes can be tamed with. I genuinely do not know, unless y'all are doing one of these and hopping out. I genuinely have no idea how you guys are getting out. But that pheasant's going to probably be fox food. Because we also have our 2 tamed foxes, which are kind of our coyote guard dogs. Todd is this little gray one right here, and Vixie, which is the orange and gray one. We had a lot more sheep in there at one point, and then, yeah, wild coyotes found our sheep. I am sorry to do this to you, pheasant. Oh, here's another example. We'll be having tiny little spiders in a little cave with bats, hopefully, as well. But look how tiny. I think we should be able to grab these guys. I'm always keeping string and sticks on me to make animal nets from Zawa. So that's something you'll quite frequently see in our backpacks. But you know what? We can. So we're just gonna grab these guys right now, and we'll go ahead and throw them in the basement. Where'd you go? There we go. Yeah, we'll occasionally find little spiders like that. I believe those are from Project Vibrant Journeys, which is one of the mods that adds, I don't know if I have any examples around here, but you'll sometimes see little twigs and stuff and stones on the ground. That's from them. But come on. Let's go put you in the basement. We'll put these guys in the basement quick. And then, I'm not sure. We've already been talking for quite longer than I planned on, but we always have to have the little introductory part. It kind of is a good introduction into the series, as well as kind of just getting you guys up to speed on what's going on. Now, you may notice in the next video I will be in the same shirt as this one. On the weekends I'm going to be batch recording probably Friday through Sundays, because I'm usually pretty busy on the weekends. So if we have a big project we're working on, I'll chop that into 3 different videos and it'll be Friday through Sunday. Or we'll be working on exhibits throughout the week. In different sections of the zoo. We are going to put the pheasant meat away, as well as the chicken and pheasant eggs. I think, I'm not sure if I want to go big and crazy right away, but we do have some phoenix dust over at the ornithology lab. And we do finally have normal eggs, so we might be able to make a phoenix, or to hatch, I should say, a phoenix already. Hi, Rocky. Yeah, you sit right there, buddy. We'll take you back to the yard. I think we're gonna just wrap it up there. You guys kind of have an idea of what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be learning about animals and their ecosystems as we progress and build up the zoo. And I'm so incredibly excited for you guys to see it as it continues to grow. Rocky, where are you? That's Lavender. Oh, really? Don't trample my garden, you crazy pup. Come on. Rocky. Rocky. Come on, buddy. There we go. Before the other pups get out. And we'll be working on, maybe next video we can work on improving the dog area. We can make a big dog house for all of them. But Rocky, I'm going to put you back on wandering, buddy. So you can wander around with your pals. You guys have food in the food bowl. Yeah, you guys have food in the food bowl. But yeah, that's kind of where we're chilling right now, y'all. I cannot wait to start this adventure with you. And if you guys would like, I will be occasionally picking comments, as well as viewers in our stream, to name exhibit animals after. So if you guys have a favorite animal that you want to see in the zoo, I will try my best to get it. I do have limitations because we are on 1.12, and there's limited amounts of animals that we can add. But hopefully soon I'll be coming out with a list of all of the animals we'll be able to have in the zoo. So if you guys have a favorite animal and you notice it's on the list and you would like to be named after an animal, or have a specific name for an animal, when the week that we're working on the exhibit, or the few days that we'll be working on the exhibit, I'll be taking comments and throwing in a random generator, as well as some people from stream, because there is a channel point redemption that's going to be going out for naming an animal on stream. So there's a chance that Twitch might get it, or you might get it. It all depends on how the situation's looking. But like, we may have red wolves in the future. We also have a mod called Custom NPCs that'll make it so we're able to interact, and all of that is homage to Seri. She came up with that idea originally, and it was an incredible one, so I will credit her in the description as well as VintageBeef, so you can kind of check out where I got the idea for a lot of the 1.12 mods that we're using right now. But yeah, if you guys, we may have red wolves in the future, or any kind of wolf, or anything that could have a litter of pups or kits. Y'all will be able to have the say in one, if we release them into the wild, if they stay in the zoo, if they maybe get transferred to another zoo, if we have some other collaborations in the future, which I hope we could. That would be amazing, because I know a couple of my viewers do love working on zoos, so we could maybe work with them and give them some of our red wolf pups, or our bear cubs, depending upon how it works. It's all about the immersion. That's kind of what makes it so special to me. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. I cannot wait to go on this journey with you. And I know, it's nature. She starts something and never finishes it. But I really, really am trying my best. YouTube, I've been able to keep up with a lot more because I'm not worried about college and all that fun stuff. So it's become a lot easier. But I think that's going to be it for that video, as Lavender runs off in the corner. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day, night, wherever you may be in the world. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye, everyone.